Hello YouTube, I am back here again. I am doing some more testing downtown DC. I am going to be driving through the DuPont Circle area where there's a lot of nightclubs. So as you can see, we're going to get a baseline for AT&T right now, so we can get a good idea about what the network looks like when it's crowded, you know, heavily congested, you know, a lot of people in one area. How well does it hold up? So if you just bear with me for a few minutes so we can get moving. I got to get a baseline for the test. I'm just outside the club areas, so that way you can get a good idea about how far or drastic their network is holding up or not. So I'm back at the same spot I did the Verizon video. As you can see, I'm at 20th and Connecticut on the upper roadway. There we go. All right, it's doing its video test, and then after that do a speed and then a fast, and then we're on our way. Alrighty. While this is doing that, feel free to leave a comment below. Contact if you need, and I'll be happy to have any conversation with anyone about this. Testing methods. Do you have any idea about how this might work in your neighborhood? Are you seeing the same thing that I'm seeing? So any of the AT&T customers. So this plan that I'm using right now, this is the Elite plan. So you should have no throttle at all. As you can see, I'm up to almost 50 megabits per second. Not compared to the Verizon video, which was, I was capped at 4.1. So we're gonna get a good idea about how the network is holding up, and let's go ahead and roll. And this is going to be interesting. I did some testing last time with AT&T roughly in this area. They didn't hold up very well. So could that have been a glitch just because I was in a particular spot? But I'm going to be rolling through the whole area where all these clubs are to get a good idea on how fast are we talking. So we're at DuPont Circle now. So that first speed test, 51.7 down, 1.5 up. And the imperv was 89 down, 38 up, with a fast.com of 44 megabits per second. So that's the first baseline that we're gonna have before we end up hitting the main strip, main area. All right. We're starting to come around. I gotta change the setting. Tonight doesn't seem as busy, but I know I picked up a lot of people and brought them down this way before I did this video, so it should be busy now. All right, doing the next hit. On this side of the roadway, You can see there's a lot of clubs all through there. All right, and they average about 90 megabits. That's good. And doing a the fast.com is 90. Doing a speed test now. Passing by some of the nightclubs. Give you a good idea how crowded everybody is out here. I'm gonna pull up to a spot and stop for a moment. It's not as crowded down here as I thought it would be. The speed test, 55 down, 2 up. So AT&T not holding up very well. We're gonna do the imperv. Hold this position and wait for the people. Give everybody a look. All right. And we are on to the web page search. But right now, AT&T is not holding up very well underneath this little bit of strain because it's not as busy just yet. They're out here. It's about 12:53 a.m. on a Friday night. So let's see. Make sure I don't get pulled over. All right, starting to move. And the imperv test, 102 down, 12 up, a 68 millisecond ping. And we're gonna do a speed test. Alrighty. $65 down, 65.1 down. And 8.46 up. Alrighty. Get a fast.com while I'm at the light. They got enough capacity for video, but there must be a lot of Instagrams going on right now. $40 megabits per second on the fast. Alrighty. I'm gonna give you one more baseline and I'm about to circle back around again. So DuPont Circle sits just outside of the White House. If I kept straight, we'd be on 17th Street. So I'm turning on K. And going back to 18th Street. And look like that's 277 down and about 3 to 4 megabits up from the looks of it. So we are bouncing between cellular sectors right now. One more baseline. So as you can see how the speeds have gone back up again versus where we were at the club areas, clubs and bars. They are, AT&T is being hit pretty hard right now, so they need that spectrum to be cleared very soon so they can add it to what they already got. And we're gonna do imperv. Not much to see over here. Make sure I get everything in the picture. So we're going back towards the same area I just went through and paused it. And I want to get the imperv test finished before I pass through it. So as you can see, we're at 120 on the fast.com before, and we were, I say, 2 blocks outside of the nightclub area for DuPont. Come on. Almost done with the video test on imperv. Yeah, it's not as crowded as it was on the other day that I did this for Verizon. But their browsing is taking a major hit right now on their network. So doing a regular speed test. And we're right back at the same speed that we were before we came back into this area. So about 75, 79.2. And 4.12 on the up. Do a fast. I'm still able to do stream 4K on this, but you can tell there's a big difference with everybody being on the network. And now we're down to 60. 3 blocks back, we were at 120, so this is half of what the capacity is being given right now. Give you a look, see what's around us. This is the exact spot I did a speed test before, and AT&T barely showed up. but AT&T's network is suffering. I mean, yes, you could do a lot still on this, but there is a drastic difference while being on LTE. They're not even DSSing 5G in this area right now. So as you can see, I'm still on LTE. Let you see some of these nightclubs that I'm near. Alrighty. The last speed test, 114 and 1.19 up. They are limiting the upload right now. But it's heavily congested right now in this area. But video still getting way above 4K. That's pretty good network management. All right, and the imperv test. Let me get move from this area. I would like to say any music that shows up on this video, I do not have copyright rights to it, so I'm just passing through. So if it shows up in the video, I was not trying to record it, but it's that loud. Now AT&T's network is holding up pretty good with video, but it's still getting slammed. And my next video is going to be T-Mobile. Same exact route, same exact area. Try to keep all the testing pretty consistent. Verizon went through the same gauntlet, and AT&T's going through it now. And we're almost done. There's a few other points in the city I would like to drive through and do the same type of testing. It's gonna take some time to do. And the imperv test is done. As you can see, the browsing is still lacking, but the video is still doing good. 88 down, 5.43 up. We're moving now. But the congestion is real. And back to DuPont Circle. At the light, we're doing another test. But you can tell there's a noticeable difference for the congestion as we start moving away from those nightclubs and going back to our original starting point. So that test was 146 down and 2.14 up. Fast.com. And as you can see, we're starting to move away from it. 140. So I can tell that we're probably on a whole nother sector picking up in this area now. Of course. Now we're at 243 down. No, correction. 233. But the upload still is bad. 1.53 megabits. And we're back at DuPont Circle Metro Station. Opposite side of the road where we started from. Get the last test runs in so you can get a good baseline. Alright, so we are opposite roadside, upper roadside of where we started from. Get this last test in. So while I was doing that, thank y'all for watching this video if you made it to the end. And if this has helped you, give you a good idea what the AT&T network is possibly able to do or is doing in your area, hit the like button, subscribe if you want. It'd be nice for you to do it. I'll greatly appreciate it. And leave a comment below, you know, so we can have a conversation, see what's going on with your side of the neck of woods. One more video test. I didn't think it was gonna get hot in this car. But this camera rig held up pretty good. And the video test is almost done. $64 down, 6.28 up. You know, AT&T is still struggling with their browsing, but their video is impeccable. Thank you for watching and have a good evening.